What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. Copycat here with a video reminder that this is not just a Chelsea or a football channel, but a public log of my interest. Chelsea just happens to be my main interest. With reference to the title, I recently completed the new Spider-Man animated series and I want to talk about it. Now, this character, similar to millions of people around the world, holds a very special place in my heart. From the moment I heard about the series dropping, I was immediately excited and I wasn't swayed by the few negative comments and expectations that buzz around the news, like mosquitoes looking to suck the joy out of everything. Anyway, I'm happy to report that I was not disappointed. Now, confession time. I admit that I'm a sucker for a good storyline. I'm not even going to lie. I will endure a bad movie or series for its storyline. If the storyline is remotely interested to me, I can forgive a lot of things. Now, I'll give an example. I don't know if any of you have watched Gotham Knights. It came out last year, sometime last year. Very interesting storyline, at least in my opinion, but poor execution. But I watched the whole thing. And if a new season came out today or tomorrow, I'll watch it as well. I might be part of the problem, honestly. But that being said, there was no forgiveness warranted or issued in this case, as I enjoyed everything about it, most of all, the writing and the animation. I love the comic book style animation that they went for. It was a bit nostalgic because when I was in secondary school, I used to draw comics and it had me reviewing memories I haven't accessed in a while. When I used to brainstorm about how I wanted the panels to look, how I wanted the dialogue to be, and basically designing the whole comic book and watching it just had me reminiscing about those times. So this was very unique and fun, and the action scenes were on point at every time, at every moment. Like it was very entertaining, especially the final scene in the season finale. The writing was good as well. Now, I'm not a literature student, so I can't break down the show and give explicit details about why I think the writing was really good. But what I would say is the exposition was good. They didn't treat the audience like they were dumb. And by over explaining the plot lines and story and what was going on, they really allowed things to flow naturally. And they did well to make me care about all the main characters. They fleshed out a lot of the characters, main characters specifically. They fleshed them out pretty well, and they succeeded in making me not outright hate Osborn and instead had me questioning his motivations in a positive and negative sense. That was really good, and the cameos that they introduced into the show from the other well-known superheroes, it served a purpose in the show. It wasn't just fan service to help move the plot forward. And the show also did a good job in the sense that I can see a lot of people from various age groups watching and enjoying the show, which I personally like because I never really watched any of the previous Spider-Man animated series because when I was younger, I wasn't really aware of them. If it wasn't on the cartoon channels that I watched frequently, like Cartoon Network or the Disney channels, Boomerang and the rest, it didn't exist to me. Like I didn't know they were going on. And when I got old enough to find shows that I would watch, when tried to watch the Spider-Man series, it all seemed like kids shows to me, so I couldn't see through them. But this show, it didn't feel that way. Even though I can see a lot of teenagers and kids watching and enjoying the show, but they still had some mature tones where it touched on real issues like the different friendship dynamics that Peter Parker has to navigate through. They shed some light on some unhealthy family dynamics and touched on gangs and peer pressure and the morality and sense of responsibility that Peter Parker had to figure out and work his way through. Now, because I didn't read a lot of of the comics and I didn't watch the series either, I'm not well versed in all the Spider-Man villains and heroes, so I found out a lot about the characters in the show and who they are meant to become later down the line by watching all these breakdown videos from all these YouTube channels. And I'll highlight this YouTube channel, New Rockstars, specifically because they have a second channel where they do this, I think, weekly podcast. And they did a podcast with the showrunner of the series, Jeff Tranmere. on their channel, The Break Room. And I might put a link in the description for anybody that is interested in checking that out, because it was a good watch, very insightful, and it gave me a lot of confidence about the direction of the show moving forward. I think it was a very good move as well, coming to a channel like that and just sitting down with them and discussing theories and all of that, because it shows that they are in tune with what fans really want to see and what fans want to hear, because it's not like it's a non-comic book person that is handling the show. And of course, the show isn't perfect. Most of my concerns come from the future of the show rather than what happened this season. But my only issue with this season is the Lonnie storyline. Mostly because I don't enjoy gang stories in media. I get bored of them very quickly, and they never really told us what exactly the gang does. And I didn't see any real need for them to be recruiting at the time that they did. So it kind of fell flat to me. Obviously, I'm already biased with not enjoying gang storylines, but they still didn't flesh it out. Like, what does the gang actually do? Do they sell drugs? Do they deal in guns? I don't know. Are they loan sharks? Like, what exactly do they do? Like, I don't even know. But other than that, I enjoyed the whole season. Now, my other two concerns, the first one is about the show turning into one of these shows where everybody develops superpowers and they turn into villains or heroes, like Flash and Arrow, all those CW shows. Sure, it's possible for it to be done well, but personally, those kind of shows become boring along the line, because I think it takes the special out of special powers when everybody has one. And my final issue that I have, which is not a real issue yet, but is the Osborne arc. Like I mentioned earlier, they successfully managed to make me have mixed feelings about Osborne. And if I get let down by what they decide to do with his storyline, I could lose interest very quickly. But realistically, I don't see any reason for that to happen, because the show so far is written very well. The story has been good so far. And like I said, I have some confidence after watching the podcast with Jeff Tramer in it. So thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. I intend to drop reaction videos in future. I want to react to this Fantastic Four trailer and the Daredevil trailer that dropped recently. Stay tuned for that. Peace.